What's going on, world? What's going on, world? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? We're notifying viewers that you're live. Oh, okay, that's what's up. I know most folks are just gonna be like, "Hey, he finally don't got a black screen going on up here." So, there's that. So, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome, 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 welcome. I don't know if I should put that screen up, but how y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm telling you, I think I'm just gonna put it up. That way I can just be like, "Hey, look at this. Hey, look at this." How y'all doing? Hey, I just got on this live. I usually get on at about 7, but I had some stuff I had to take care of. 7:30. If you guys don't know me, my name is Kevin. I'm a nurse. I'm an NCLEX coach. Hey, we're going to be talking about the NCLEX and just nursing in general, like the things that have happened, the things that are going on, so on and so forth. So, hey, if you're new here, let me know where you guys are from. Let me know where you guys are at in your nursing journey. I do coaching. You guys can check that out at thebootnurse.com. You better get it while it's free. Somebody actually signed up for this weekend and didn't show up. One thing you won't do is waste my time. So, like I said, you better get it while it's free before it's not there anymore. So, there's that. Yeah. I got 6 people in here. That's what's up. Hey, y'all, let me know where y'all are from, where you're at in your nursing journey, what questions you guys have, stuff like that. I had a bunch of people ask me, like, why I quit the ICU and all this other stuff, but I promise you that day will come and I will tell you all that good stuff about why I quit the ICU. But today ain't that day. Why is there, like, come on, bro. Seriously? All right, I think that's better. Hey, that's better. Leave that there. We'll leave that there. No, we're not going to talk about jobs. I mean, we can talk about nursing jobs. Hey, because last time I was on live, we were talking about nursing jobs, different nursing jobs that you can get as a nurse. So, you can be working at an insurance company as a nurse. You can be working part like biometrics. You can work at pharmaceutical companies. You can, start your own coaching company. You can start all kinds of different stuff. What's another one? Medical devices. That's a huge one. Huge, huge, huge. They always love and want nurses in the medical devices space. So I would definitely take a look at those if you guys are ever interested. I left a whole bunch of stuff that was over there before. So I think you guys should talk about it. A lot of people were asking if I can put these lives on YouTube as well. So, yeah, if we could put these lives on YouTube as well. So starting like every week or once a week or whatever, I'm going to start putting them up on YouTube just in case you guys miss them. They'll be an hour, hour and a half, 2.5 hours long, so like that way you feel like you get all the information. So I haven't put one up in a week, so I'm going to probably put one up today. So if you guys are curious, you guys can check out my YouTube. Everything is at The Boot Nurse. So my YouTube, my Instagram, of course, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all of them. If you go to my profile and tap the little YouTube icon, it'll take you straight there. Make sure y'all subscribe too. Stop playing games with me. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to my YouTube so y'all can get these informations. And if you guys are finding value, make sure you guys smash that like button. Because the more that you guys smash the like button, the more TikTok will push the algorithm to people that need it. Make sure you guys share it as well. We'll sit here and we'll chit chat and we'll talk. Probably going to talk for about an hour today because, I got stuff I got to do. So, of course, like I said, my name is Kevin. I'm a nurse. I'm an NCLEX coach. We talk about the new generation NCLEX. That's probably one of the biggest things that I've been discussing with people for the last couple of weeks. That test, it changed on the 1st of April. It's not a joke. It's not a game, but the test actually changed. So that's what we're talking about. And we talk about all kinds of other stuff. If you need coaching or would like coaching or anything like that, check out thebootnurse.com. I do a 30-minute consultation. But one thing I will tell you is that if you sign up, do not waste my time and don't waste yours. Don't sign up and then not show up. Because if you sign up and you don't show up, that tells me that you're never serious. So you got to make it a priority. Okay? So I want to know where you're from. I want to know where you are at in your nursing journey. And I want you to tell me, hey, ask me any questions. No question is a dumb question unless you ask it 5 times and I give you the same answer and the answer don't change. So, and if I sound like I smoke 5 packs of cigarettes, it's because I do. I'm just kidding. I don't. But no, I'm kind of getting over like this little laryngitis thing. So if I sound like that, I'm sorry, but I can't help it. So there's that. Candace. Ultrasound tech here. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, shout out to you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. If I was first a surgical tech before I became a nurse. And if I could have did it all over again, I would have went x-ray. I would have done something radiology wise because I don't know. I think I would have liked it better. But I don't math well. I math okay, just not well enough. So there's that. So, who is that? LP in here looking to go back to school. That's what I'm talking about. So what you looking to go back to school for? You trying to, well, obviously for. So we looking to go back to school. What's taking so long? What's taking so long? Is that Shar Sims? What's taking so long for you to go back to school? So many online programs out here for you to go to. Better stop playing. Better stop playing. You better go get it. I'm from Central Kentucky. Graduated with my associates in science in May and then on to my BSN this fall. That's what I'm talking about. Is that Roselle Dozel? Rosel Dozel. Congrats to you on on getting your degree. Everything is in steps. Everything is in milestones. The BSN program, any nursing program, ADN BSN, it's a monster. It's an endurance race. So be ready for it. Be prepared for it. If you have a family, friends, prepare them for it because it's a monster. But you can get through it just like the rest of us. All right. So let's see what else we got going on. Money. Hey, you're right. Money ain't no joke. Hey, money is you got to have some of that. However, there are a lot of programs that are out here that are that are pretty good. I actually been looking into Western Governors University for their RN to MSN program in education. And they actually have it to where you can pay, like, you pay per 6 months with WGU. One of the nurse practitioners, two of the nurse practitioners I worked with went there. One got her master's degree in like 10 months. I'm like, damn. So it's doable. It's there. It can happen. Check out those scholarships they got. Check out FAFSA, of course, Pell Grants, all that stuff. There's free money out here. So go out there and get it. It's mainly physics. The math isn't too hard. Physics, look, okay? Ain't nobody got no, Candace, ain't nobody got no time for physics, okay? Physics will not, I mean, just physics just is not really in the game for me, man. I'm sorry. It says, with me getting my gen ed out of the way, I'm hoping with ease, it will ease that up a bit. So nursing is it's not really about gen ed. Gen ed is just more of, obviously just your general education. It helps you get into the swing of just being in school. But when you're in nursing school, you're in the swing of school. They already expect for you to know how to just be in school. It's all about learning how to do everything else, like how to be a nursing student and, how to build that endurance. Your first semester in nursing school is all about they're weeding out bad apples. That's all it is, because they're going to dump so much on you in your first semester. It is unreal. So think about that. Okay. Somebody just text me. Who texts me? Somebody that is unimportant. So, like hours per semester. Yeah, exactly. Like it'll ease it up. But with a nursing program itself, like they have like set classes per semester. So like my first semester in nursing school, my BSN, it was 3 classes. It was fundamentals, health assessment, and nursing therapeutic communication or something like that. And you do them all together and it's terrible. It's a lot. Got a lot going on. So many ads on TikTok, accelerated programs, but want money up front. A lot of them do want money up front. But then you also have those programs that are, I don't know what program doesn't want money up front. So, it's doable, like I said. And, last but certainly not least, if there's an option for you to go to school, you can do student loans. I wouldn't recommend doing student loans, but I'm not a financial advisor. And, but what I can tell you is that, and you as an LPN already know this, is that if you take, you could do local travel as an LPN. I'll put you on game if you haven't been doing this already. Do local travel or do outside travel and stack up that money and then pay for school out of pocket. My cousin is an LPN right now and she's trying to go back to RN school, and she travels outside the state and she racks up like $4,000 a week. And I'm just like, where? So I think she's doing like crisis assignments and strikes and, those ones, like the crucial ones that pop up and all the other good stuff. So it's doable. It's doable because she lives within her means. She has a child of her own. And, within a couple of months, if she saves the way that she's doing right now, she'll be easily will be able to pay for her to go to RN school. That's it. I started this journey with community college, and even some of those also have RN nursing program. Yeah, for sure. I live in San Antonio, and they have a lot of those programs that are here. So, but it's just the nursing program in general is a monster. So just telling you just to keep focused, stay focused, and prepare yourself as much as possible. And you're going to do fine when you get into your program. Okay. Because like I said, your first semester of nursing school is not to scare you. It's to keep it real. And that's what some people do, like, oh, nursing school is not that bad. I'm going to keep it real. First part of nursing school, first semester, like you're going to see like so many people drop out. Like I saw so many of the people that I started nursing school with, by the second semester, they had dropped out of the program because it was intense and the instructors didn't go over everything and you had to self-learn, and it was a monster. So just think about that. Okay. Hey, if you're just joining, my name is Kevin. Sorry if I sound like I smoke 2 packs of cigarettes, but I'm a nurse. I'm an NCLEX coach. If you don't know what the NCLEX is, it's the nursing license exam. I coach that specifically. We're talking about the new generation NCLEX and anything else that's going on within the nursing world right now. And that's what we're talking about. So what we do, I want y'all to tell me who you are, where you're from. Smash that like button. And make sure you guys check out thebootnurse.com. I do free coaching over there. 30-minute free coaching. If you sign up for the coaching, make sure you show up. Don't waste my time. Don't waste yours. And also check out me on other social medias, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. I don't have Snapchat. So, but everything is at the Boot Nurse. And make sure you guys share this. Let everybody know what's going on. Okay. So, nursing student from Baltimore in my 3rd semester. That's what's up. Future Nurse 38. Hey, Future Nurse 38. Hey, I don't know how many semesters you have in nursing school. Hey, but let them know. Let them know about that first semester of nursing school. Let them know. LPN was intense. I always heard nurses eat their young. I say the instructors do as well. Hey, so that's one of those phrases. It's funny that you say that. That's one of the phrases I don't like. I don't like that phrase at all. Nurses eat their young. However, people take pride in the occupation that they've acquired. But I'm all about letting people know, like, hey, this job is not a joke. This job is not a game. It's very, very intense. You have to know and you have to learn. However, I'm not going to do that to the point to where I make you feel like you're less than a person. And that's what a lot of these old nurses do, especially these nurses that have been nurses like, I don't know, 10 years, or that have been out of practice. And by out of practice, meaning haven't worked bedside 10, 15, 20 years, and they treat you like trash. And I'm not one to stand for it. I'm a military guy. I've been in the military for almost 16 years. So when I had an old lady try to talk to me like she was crazy, I was like, hey, I'm not your husband and I'm not your son. So don't talk to me like that. So needless to say, me going through nursing school, I said something once and they kind of didn't say nothing else to me. Everybody else, it's a very new territory for them. But that term is very much an active term that they talk about. Nurses eating their young, and it's even worse when you see nurses that have been nurses 3 to 5 years, and they talk to nurses coming right out of school like they didn't go to school, just like they did. So, and yes, LPN is very intense. So, let them know. Nursing school is brutal. It is definitely brutal at the beginning, but then once you get into a pace, you'll find your good steps and you'll be okay. You, sir, are the exception. Thank you for your help. You're very welcome. And like I said, like me, I'm a military guy. I've been an instructor and in the education realm for the last 8 years. So everybody learns differently, and everybody has to be able to understand that. But the one thing I tell people is, like, I got my license. I can't get the license for you. So you have to put in the work. Like, if you want to pass nursing school, it starts with you. If you want to pass NCLEX, this is what I tell all my students. It first starts with you. Like, you have to want to do this, right? Period. So, learn how to answer the questions, what they asking you, and what they look for. Absolutely. No more, no less. Learn how to understand the question. Read the question. Don't do no what ifs. Give them exactly what they ask for. No more, no less. Who is this? Liz Barrera. I'm sorry if I say your name wrong. I'm just gonna call you Liz. I'm an LVN in Cali, trying to bridge to RN. Will apply in February next cycle. That's what's up. Congratulations. Oh, I got it right. Cool. I appreciate it. So that's good, because here's the great thing about the nursing realm is you can do damn near anything that you want, even as an LVN. There's one girl I follow on Instagram. Her name is the Nurse Sam, and she prides herself off of being an LVN or an LPN. Like, she prides it, and I love it because she takes hold of that, and she created her empire with that, and she's good at what she does. So if you want to strive to go to be an RN, go do it. Go do it. Don't let nobody stop you. Hell, apply now. Well, I know they do it in cycle, but apply now, right? And nursing school is starting to get expensive if you guys haven't really been paying attention to that. You know, I know, like, I had one of the girls I coach, she's in California, San Diego, and there was a school, I want to say like a 2-year school that was trying to charge like 160 grand. I'm like, what? So, hey, if you really, really want to go to nursing school, it can happen. But the one thing I say, if you go to nursing school and you decide to get student loans, what my opinion is, hit the ground running, getting as much experience as you can, and then go travel and start getting that travel money to pay that student loan off. That way you can start making some real money. Because once you start traveling, that's where the real money's at. You got to advocate for yourself. You got to do all that stuff. But I'm telling you right now, I've never met a traveler that was just like, oh, I hate traveling. Never. I've been a nurse for 3 years. Never have I ever. So, no shame in our game. She sees some RNs call on me to get them. Hey, look, I'm gonna let you know. I'm okay at giving IVs. I'm not the best person at giving IVs, right? Hey, but if I try twice, if somebody know how to do it better than me, come do it. Come do it. I ain't got no shame. And I've literally heard people say to me, I was like, oh, you couldn't get that? Or you're going to let her get it? And I'm like, yeah, she knows how to do IVs better than me. The fuck's wrong with you? Like, some people got such an ego for no reason. I'm like, what you got an ego for? Like, bro, if I can't get it, why don't I have you get it? Like, what? I'll give you an example. One time I was doing a blood draw on somebody. For the life of me, could not get a vein. Like, this lady is like, here come needle. Vein's just like, nah, bro, not today, right? And I'm just like, hey, I already stuck her twice. So I called my tech. I was like, hey, Vanessa, can you come do this? And she's like, I got you. And then she's like, I got them both. And I was just like, oh, my bad. Here, you can just took my badge off. Here, you can be the nurse today. So I was just messing with her. But, I mean, I give her props because she knows what's up. I give her props because she knows what's up, right? So as a nurse, you better know how to utilize your team. You better know how to utilize them right. Stop playing games with me. So, hey, that's all I got to say. Anyways, if you guys are just joining, my name is Kevin. I'm a nurse. I'm an NCLEX coach. Talking about the new generation NCLEX. I promise we're going to start talking about that because it applies to both RN and LVN and LPN. Of course, it's the same thing. So that's what we're talking about. Check out thebootnurse.com. That's my website. Talking about coaching. It's going to go through a huge facelift here soon. I also offer 30-minute free coaching. That is actually going to go away here soon, so you better take advantage of it. I coach both RNs and LPNs on who, if you're taking the NCLEX or if you failed the NCLEX, whichever, don't matter. I coach them both. So make sure you guys check me out on all those social medias, right? And make sure you smash that like button. Only one person likes me. That's rude. Rude. Man, what's wrong with y'all? Hey, I want 1,000 likes right now. Make it happen. I want the whole side right here, right on the right side, flooded with hearts. I want to see them. So, first thing that we'll talk about, the new generation NCLEX. So, there was a couple of things even I misunderstood, and I corrected myself because I was looking at outdated doctrine when it was updated, maybe a day or two before I had said something. So, I'm going to pull this up, and I'm going to talk about it right now. So, right now, everybody knows that the NCLEX changed on the 1st of April. There's nothing that's different about that. So the NCLEX is also still computer adaptive. If you don't know what a computer adaptive exam is, computer adaptive exam just means that based off of how you answer will determine the level of difficulty of a question that you will get to follow. So if you get a very easy question and you get it correct, it's going to give you a harder question. And if you get that question correct, it's going to give you a harder question. And if you get that answer correct, it's going to give you a harder question, so on and so forth. And then the algorithm itself is going to kind of sit and see where your optimal level of knowledge is based off of how you're answering them. So if you get them wrong, it's going to give you an easier question. If you get it right, it's going to give you a harder question. And then it'll kind of float in between there. And once it floats in between there, if you're doing good, it'll keep it there. But if you're not doing good, it's going to give you easier questions. The easier questions that you get on NCLEX, the likely chance you'll have of where you will not pass that exam. Okay? Because the NCLEX wants to see critical thinking. That's why the NCLEX changed, because nursing is changing. A lot more responsibility is being put on nurses to learn and to be critical thinkers. Hindsight's 2020. I say that as somebody who's been a nurse for 3 years, who's worked in the ICU, who's worked in the PACU, and who's worked in the operating room. Hindsight's 2020. I actually welcome the fact that they are changing the NCLEX, or they have changed the NCLEX, because these questions now, when they do case studies, they slap them right in front of you. They give you everything that you need. They give you the chief complaint of the patient, the sample history, signs and symptoms, vital signs, labs if they're trending, right? Everything that they're talking about, their age, what the patient is, or what the family members may or may not have said. They get it all there. Right? That's what the critical thinking questions do, right? And those are the type of questions that the NCLEX are going to give you, because they want to stimulate your critical thinking. Get them right, you get a harder question. Getting harder questions is good. That's what you want. You want to get a hard question. You want hard questions on NCLEX. You're not expected to memorize, and you're not expected to get them all right. There's like 10,000 questions that they pull it from. You gonna get all 10,000 questions right? No. It's all about making yourself familiar. Now, there are things that you do need to know. Like, you need to know that your lab values are the same across the board. Like your pH, 7.35, 7.45. That is universal. That will never, ever change. All right, let me not say that. It may change, but that will not change. Right? You need to know those. You need to know what the critical values are for when, like, hey, I need to get the doctor, or hey, maybe I shouldn't give that, or hey, maybe I should give that. Right? You need to know those things, right? But you're not expected to you need to know the cranial nerves, right? But I don't expect for you to know, crazy diseases that they're going to bring out, because not everybody else is going to know. But you're expected to know what everybody else knows. Like, what does asystole look like? What does VFib look like? What does VTAC look like? What are your shockable rhythms? Like, you need to know that, right? And if you don't get those right, those easy questions, they're going to give you easier questions, and then the likelihood of you not being successful in the exam is very, very high. So there's that. Computer adaptive exams and critical thinking questions. That's what they're going to give you, and that's how it's going to keep continuing. So hold on that. Hi there. I'm a newly admitted nursing student who will be starting nursing school, or will be starting in September. Any advice? Well, baby boo. Wait a minute. You've been in here before, I think. I don't think I said that to anybody else like that. But my advice to you is to find a small knit group. To include yourself needs to be a total of 4 people. And you guys feed off of each other. Right? Take notes together. Or if you're doing a subject, split it up equally 4 ways. And then once you guys have those notes for your sections, copy them and then give them to each other. Just like that. That way a whole subject is covered in a quarter of the time. Nursing school will try to tell you, hey, we're looking for cheaters and yada, yada, yada. There's nothing wrong with you guys taking notes together. I swear to God, I swear to you, when I was trying to, make groups and stuff when I was in school, so many of them were scared that they were going to get kicked out of nursing school for cheating. And I was like, how is this cheating? It's called networking. Like, I'm not asking you to take my test. I'm not asking you to do anything like that. I'm asking, hey, let's do it together. Because in reality, nursing is a team sport. Like, huge. Can't do nothing without certain people, right? The more hands, the better. Trust me. And this is the person who has been in so many code blues that I wish I wouldn't have been. I'm trying to tell you, I've been in code blues where people have died and came back to life, and then died and never came back to life. And it was great to have people in there with you, right? So start building that team aspect now. Start doing it right now. I promise you, at the end of the semester, you're going to find me. You're going to be like, hey, you were right. You were right, right? So build the team now. You're welcome. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Oh, y'all got me to 1,000 likes? Hey, shout out to y'all. I'm going to start calling y'all the gang. Hey, shout out to the gang. I appreciate y'all. So I'm looking a little rough right now. Your boy need a haircut. It's been a minute, so it's like, I'm I am not in school now. Well, hey, if you're not, oh, wait a minute, because I think you said you finished, but I think that's a good question. Hey, shout out to anybody that needed that answer. Shout out to anybody that needed that answer, because I wish somebody, well, I mean, I did it, but I wish somebody would have given me that advice before I started nursing school. Everybody wanted to be such an individual in nursing school. There was one girl who I remember, I'll never forget her. We were like, hey, do you want to be part of the group and kind of help us? Like, you know, we learn from each other and we create notes. She flat out said, no, I had to learn it by myself. Y'all need to learn it by yourself. And I'm just like, oh, that's a really good way to ostracize yourself. That's a really good way to alienate yourself to where nobody will help you. And you want to know what happened the second semester? She failed out. She failed out of school because she was like, everybody's cheating. And I was like, we're cheating because you didn't pass? Make that make sense. Make it make sense. And then that's what happened. It's like you fucking alienated yourself so bad to where nobody would help you because you were so selfish when we were just like, hey, be with us and be a part of the group. And then she was like, oh, I have my master's degree anyway. I don't need this program. Okay. Bye. You could have been a part of this, but you wanted to be an asshole. And now you're not in the program and not a nurse. So I guess that dream that you had was just a wish because I guess you wasn't serious. Sorry. Get out my face. I'm a little salty about that because I was like, bro, I can't even believe you. I can't even believe you said some nonsense like that, you know? So, I did it. I did my prereqs online and I just applied to the program to go in. Okay, good. Here's another opinion of mine is that if you're trying to get into a nursing program, go to the community college and take all the prerequisites that you can. Take them all. Because the less prerequisites that you have to take, the better. Because there's a lot of nursing schools that'll be like, yeah, you can come into nursing school, but you still need to do this, that, and the third. Hey, if you can go to a community college and pay a fraction of what it costs before you go to a university, do it. I did all of mine. Micro, A&P 1 and 2, chemistry, algebra, statistics, nutrition, all of them at a community college. All of them. And then when I went to university, all I did was nursing classes. There were people I was in school with that still had to take a foreign language or they couldn't graduate. Or they had to take statistics or algebra or whatever other stupid class. I'm like, wow. So knock them all out at a community college. Any advice on how to pass fundamentals HESI? So there's a book. It's called the HESI A2. It's a HESI A2 and it's by Tritinium or something like that. That's the book that I used. Oh, you're talking about HESI fundamentals. Oh, like the exit exam for HESI. I'm not passing by 2%. I have one exam left and then the final. Oh, okay. I got you. So you're talking about that HESI exam, like in school. So, because everything is on Elsevier and fundamentals, I would look at YouTube channels. I would definitely look at YouTube channels on fundamentals. There's so many of them out there, and I usually go through them, but I don't have them all pulled up right now, and that would be a subject for another day. But definitely look at YouTube channels. And then fundamentals is all about nurse safety because you're learning something new, like not catheter insertion, but yeah, like catheter insertion and how to turn a patient and pressure injuries and what else? Vital signs and the Z method for when you're doing IM injections. Fundamentals like the step-by-step processes of doing those type of tasks. So I love YouTube videos. So whatever subject that you have when it comes to fundamentals, like let's just say putting on sterile gloves or contact precautions, look them up on YouTube. If I could have paid YouTube money to go to school, I would have. I'm just keeping it real. So I did mine via straight liner. Straight liner, I'm guessing that means you just straight. I'm guessing you're talking about going to a school and went straight through it. We call those pipeliners that just go school to school to school. So I'm glad that worked out for you. Yeah, you're welcome. No problem. Hey, if you guys are just joining us, my name is Kevin. I am a nurse, an NCLEX coach, and a nursing coach. Talking about the new generation NCLEX and, of course, just whatever little tips that you guys need for where you guys are at in your nursing journey. I want to know where you guys are at in your nursing journey. I got 10 people in here, and y'all got me at 1.4K likes. I love it. The more that y'all push that like button and the more that y'all share, the more people I can get in front of and the more people I can help. All right. I'm in the works of creating a mini course as well. so I can help y'all. So I can help everybody, right? And speaking of NCLEX, I failed my NCLEX 3 times. 3 times. I failed my NCLEX 3 times. Tell everybody that. Tell everybody I failed my NCLEX 3 times. And then I passed it on the 4th. And then tell them to come here and we can have a conversation. Because so many people are scared of this exam. I swear to you. I'm about to show you right now. I swear. And if y'all ain't ever been up in here in my room, I tell people that all the time. Like, look at this right here. 1, 2, and 3. I failed my NCLEX 3 times. And I don't got no shame of telling none of y'all that I failed it. None whatsoever. At first, I was ashamed to tell anybody that I failed because people are so judgmental. And in nursing school, that's what they tell you. You want to pass it at 75 questions. You don't want to take this test again. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. I don't. But what if I do? Don't say what if. Speaking into existence. You're right. We're speaking into existence. I'm going to pass it. Then you fail it. Then what? Then what you going to do? You sit there and you blame everybody. You blame the school. You blame their lack of everything. Everything. So that's what I talk about. I talk about NCLEX. That's where my drive is at. That's why y'all think I'm an NCLEX coach. I'm all about it. I'm all about how y'all get through nursing school. I'm all about how to conquer before you get there. I'm all about pushing through that finish line. Because getting to the NCLEX is just getting to the top of the peak of a mountain. Just to be at the bottom of another mountain. I'm just saying. You know what they call nurses who fail the NCLEX 5 times and pass on the 6th? Registered. That's what I'm talking about. You better let them know. No job is going to care. No job will ever be like, hey, Rosal Dozel, how many times you passed that NCLEX? Nah, we can't fuck with you. Nah, we can't have you working as a nurse in our hospital if you failed 6 times. Get out my face. They don't ever say that. Ever. It's never posted anywhere. Ever. Right? The only way somebody knows that you failed NCLEX is if you open your mouth and you tell them. Me, I tell people. I don't openly walk down the hallway and be like, hey, y'all, I failed my NCLEX. I mean, that's kind of silly. I don't need to do that, right? But when they start talking about it, especially when I'm precepting nursing students, I tell them that all the time. I'm just like, you ready for that NCLEX? They were like, man, I don't know, I'm nervous. I was like, why? What you nervous for? They was like, I don't feel prepared. I was like, you better get prepared. You better have good time management. You better audit your time. You better invest in a good program. You better do this, you better do that. And then come holler at me when you pass. And if you don't pass, come holler at me still. Let me know what's up. Because guess what? It don't matter. No job will ever care, and no job will ever ask you. The only person that'll know is you and the people that you tell. Know what they call a nurse who got all season school? Licensed. That's facts. Well, actually, what you call a nurse that got all season school, still licensed, still registered, still a graduate, still has a degree, all that. Ain't nobody gonna care. Right? I can't even tell you how many exams I failed in nursing school because I felt ill-prepared for everything that was going on. So I'm wanting to tell you that it's okay for you to fail. It's okay for you to fail those exams. It's okay for you to fail in all types of stuff that you got going on in your life. But the one thing I will not accept is for you to remain a failure. I swear to God. I swear to you. I have people that come here all the time. I failed my NCLEX 4 times. What do you want me to do? Or what suggestions do you have? And I was like, cool. You get 24 hours to cry about it. But by hour 25, I better see a plan. I better see a plan by hour 25. Because guess what? This is growth. Below, near. Pass. Where? I don't even know. I don't even know where it's at. My fucking degree is over here somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So, think about that. Think about where you are, right? And think about how you can get better. That's all you can do is get better. Nursing is progressive. I swear to you. You can go anywhere in nursing. You're the CEO of your license. You're the commanding officer of your license. You can do whatever you want with it. You can go wherever you want with it. You can create whatever you want with it. You have no idea the power that you are about to get with an RN license and an LPN license. I swear to you. What was the minimum grade that your nursing school accepted? So the minimum grade, like on tests, or we'll say like the grade itself, if you got anything lower than a 75, it was a fail. If you got anything lower than a 75, it was a fail. So overall score, 75, fail. You failed. If you got a 74 on an exam, it's a failure. That's what they did to us, right? And I almost failed nurses. I almost failed the first semester. 1, because I was hard-headed. 2, because I thought I knew more. And 3, no, it was just the first 2. That's it, right? And I got a 78. And in my school, it's a 75. If you got lower than a 75, it's a fail. And they didn't round. You could have got a 74.9 and they were like, fail. So at that point, what do? You adjust. Oh, wow, my nursing school was 79. Yo, that's heartbreaking right there. Oh, and a C was considered 75 to 82. So if you got an 80, where traditionally it's considered an 80 and above is a B, nah, not today. You got a 72, C. Drop my GPA. I can't. If you care about your GPA, in reality, you really shouldn't. As long as your GPA is passing. My GPA fell so bad. I had like a 3.8 at one point, and then it dropped to like a 3.5, then a 3, then a 2, then a 3.0, and I'm like, God, why? Why me? Right? So, in my program, it's 80%. That's wild. 80%. So, hey, so don't let, who is that? Is it Nuremi? Nuremi. I hope I'm saying that right, Nuremi. But, that, they make the scores that high just to weed people out. But then again, everybody learns differently. Everybody is a different learner, right? And they don't take, like nursing schools don't take that into account because they just do a standard for everybody and you just have to adjust. That's how academia is, right? They don't care about you being a visual learner or a kinesthetic learner or a auditory learner or a read-write or a combination of all of them. They don't hone in on that. You have to hone in on that. You have to figure that out. And then they're just like, oh, okay, great. I'm glad. All right, now take your ass over there and do Foley catheters, right? And of course, yes, they make them that high to keep them competitive. They do it to keep it competitive because they keep it at 80% to keep people out. That's just like if you want to be part of a country club. It's $100,000 to get in to that country club. It's not to stop you from getting in. It's to keep people out. Or it's not to keep people out. But if you're not serious about it, you can't get in if you don't got the money for it. So it's the same thing. If you can't make 80s, they keep you out. Look, YouTube is the second biggest search engine on the planet, next to Google. And Google owns YouTube. So Google has the top 2 search engines on the planet. Period. Why wouldn't you use YouTube? Not saying that you don't. I try to tell people that all the time. Use YouTube and stop playing games with me. Right? I usually have a whole list and I usually go through them. I think what I'm going to do is take a picture one day and then I'm going to put it up here and then I'm going to be like, hey, here are all the links. Like, you can copy them. That way you can see them and you can go to them because I recommend those to all different types of people. Right? And then, of course, there's my YouTube. Go check it out. The Boot Nurse. You know what I'm saying? I'm up there, If you just joined the live, my name is Kevin. First of all, welcome. My name is Kevin. I'm a nurse. I'm an NCLEX coach, also a nursing coach. We're talking about the new generation NCLEX. I promise you we're going to go on to the next topic. And we're just talking about nursing stuff and where you are in your nursing journey. So if you're new here, I want you to tell me where you are at in your nursing journey, whatever questions you got. Y'all have a conversation amongst yourself. I also do NCLEX coaching. I do it for people who have failed, first-time takers, and nursing students who are about to graduate nursing school. Right? I do a 30-minute consultation at thebootnurse.com. You better get it while it's there because it's going away. I promise you. And if you decide to sign up, make sure you guys sign up and you show up for that appointment because if you don't, you take an appointment away from somebody else. And I don't want you to waste my time and I don't want you to waste yours. All right? So make sure you guys show up for those and check me out on all those social medias, Instagram, TikTok, of course, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, everything is at The Boot Nurse. We have no idea the state of what is going to happen to TikTok. So I want you guys to be over there as well. So the next thing we're going to talk about with the new generation NCLEX is if you've taken the NCLEX before, the NCLEX, they're still going to have existing questions. So the questions that were on the old NCLEX are still going to be there, right? So the very first one, multiple choice, those aren't going anywhere. The same multiple choice ones are still going to be there. Oh, also make sure y'all share this live and make sure you guys like it, because the more that you guys share it and you like, TikTok pushes the algorithm. It pushes this video in front of people who need it, or in front of people who want it, or for people who don't want it. Just push it. Make them annoyed. That way they can just come in here and like and then leave. I don't know, whatever you want to do. So multiple choice. Those are still going to be there. Those are your standard. I ask a question. You're the nurse coming into the ER. Which patient do you see first? And you get A, B, C, D, right? Select all that apply. Those aren't going anywhere. Those will also be there. The biggest thing about select all that apply is that they're going to a point-based system, or you can get partial credit. The one thing about partial credit that I can harp on is that you can't get a negative number. So let's just say you had 6 select all that applies and 4 of them were correct, but you picked all 6. Essentially what it's going to do is you'll pick all 4, but then what it'll do, the 2 that you picked, it'll subtract a point. So instead of you getting the full 1 point, it'll only give you like that 0.2 point or 0.1 point or whatever it is to equal out to 1 by the 6 that you would pick from. Okay. So hot spots, those are still the same. They're still there. So essentially it's like if I asked you, where is the suction control chamber? Where is the suction control chamber on the pneumovac? And then, you got to go and click, and then it'll put that little X on there and you go on to the next one. That's what the hotspot is. Fill in the blanks. So essentially, fill in the blanks is requires you to enter the free text. And the biggest fill in the blank, or the fill in the blank that I'm thinking of the most, is dosage calculations, right? Those aren't going anywhere. They'll still be there, right? So dosage calculations are the most fill in the blanks that you'll see in that way for you to actually, type on the keyboard. Drag and drop. So, this is where you put things in order, in sequential order, to describe, and put things in a sequential order to describe a procedure, like a step by step. Like, how do you put your gloves on, or how do you do a wound? How do you do wound care? How do you change a dressing? Or what is the process to do an IV? That type of question still there. Those are your drag and drops, and then of course you have your charts and your graphics. So you have your image or your graphics, or they'll put like what's the graphics in your image? So let's just say they put an EKG strip up on the front, and then it's an EKG strip of a heart rhythm. They're going to ask you, what's that heart rhythm? And then you essentially kind of just go through it, and then you have your graphic answers, right? Where essentially they give you the graphic and but it's in a multiple choice form, right? And then you have your audio and your video. So audio, of course, they have headphones that they have there. You put them on and they'll be like, hey, name that sound. And I'll give you an example. Like if you're listening for lung sounds, is it wheezing? Is it crackling? Is it stridor? Is it this or is it that? So those are the audios. Okay. So, those are the existing type questions that are still going to be on the NCLEX. Okay. That's pretty much it on that aspect, right? I have like a 17-page cheat sheet that I have that I'm also going to be making available to people when I drop this mini course. By the way, somebody asked about what the mini course is going to be is what it's going to consist of. And the mini course is, I call it Back to the Basics. So essentially we're going to talk about time management, how to create a study program, how to put yourself on a schedule, what that schedule should look like. And remember, it's just a standard. You can create whatever you want for yourself. We're going to talk about, delegation on NCLEX, the important lab values, which everybody should know. But in case you forgot, your boy's going to make a video for that. Legal issues, just all the important things. Like I said, I call it Back to the Basics. And you'll be so surprised on how affordable it's going to be. I'm loving the way that it's coming out, and I hope everybody loves it when it comes out. So it's going to be great. So make sure you guys tell your friends about it, because you guys are going to see it when it pops up. I heard each case study has 6 questions to it. So each case study, I have it here in my notes. Let me find it. So each case study could have anywhere to, let's see. I have it written down. So each case study could have up to 6 questions, right? Actually, it's Yeah, it's up to 6 questions. Because according to the verbiage, it says that you should expect at least 3 case studies with 18 questions, right? So that's if you get 3 case studies, 3 divided by 18 is 6. So at least 6 questions per, right? But some of them could be, you could get 3 questions, you could get 2, but you could get a total of 18. Honestly, it all just depends. But you 9 times out of 10 will get 6 questions. But it's good because I could ask you 6 questions from a paragraph that's already there. And you don't have to go looking for it. And all the answers or everything that you need is going to be there. Every single thing that you need is going to be there. So, yeah, that's exactly what's going to be on there. Good job for pointing that one out. So harder question content. I'll go over that real quick. It says one of the NCSBN's findings when evaluating the NCLEX is that nurses are more often caring for critically ill clients. That's why they changed it. It doesn't matter if you work in med surg, it doesn't matter where you work, is that now patients are becoming more critical and nurses are more exposed to critically ill patients. That's why they changed it. So the increase of patient acuity means that the new NCLEX needed to be more difficult to add in critical thinking, intense critical thinking, which is why they put in the scenarios. Okay, so embrace this exam, embrace it. Don't be scared of it. Prepare for it. Get as much information as you can. My biggest thing is find a mentor. Find somebody recently who has gone through the struggles that you've gone through, and then put it up there. And by put it out there, just like let them know, hey, I need help. Like, can you guide me? And 9 times out of 10, most nurses will be like, yeah, sure. But get you one of those nurses that's probably, you can have multiple mentors. There's no limit to the amount of mentors that you could have. None. But definitely get you one that fits within your goals and one that's closer to the time to where when you graduate, because a lot of times those people are relatable. But then also finding one of those nurses that's like, I don't know, been a nurse for like 10 years and, makes $100,000 a year. And you're like, oh, hey, how do I get to that? Or, if you want to be in a leadership position, go talk to that person that's in that position and be like, oh, hey, how can I get here? I want to be like that. So get you a mentor. All right. Another big thing, questions. The questions that are on NCLEX. The new NCLEX has 70 to 135 scored questions, right? And that includes the 15 research questions that they add on there. So it's 85 to 150 questions total that you could get on the NCLEX. All right. Back on the old NCLEXs, it was 60 to 130. Hence why I went from 75 to 145. Right. The unscored questions won't all the not the pretest question. Yeah. So the pretest questions or the research questions don't count towards your exam, but they are used for future exams. So expect the NCLEX to probably change again in like the next 10 years. The more acuity that goes up or the more that changes within the field of nursing, the more that the exam will change. So just be aware of that. Okay. Hey, so if you're just now joining us, my name is Kevin. I am a nurse. I'm an NCLEX coach or nursing coach, whatever. Specifically for the nursing license, we're talking about the new generation NCLEX and essentially other nursing stuff. So I want to know who you are, where you came from, not where you came from, but who you are. And where are you at in your nursing journey? What questions you got? What concerns you have? Trying to build a community of people that are in here that can help each other. I don't care if you're an LPN. I don't care if you're a CNA. I don't care if you're an ultrasound technician or technologist. Hey, all about medicine here. If you're trying to go through nursing, a lot of people are in this room will help guide you. Okay. I'm going to stay on this live for about another 10 minutes because, your boy got his stuff he got to do mostly for y'all. So, y'all let me know where y'all are from, what questions you guys have. I'll go over a couple of other things. And then that's pretty much it. I know some people said that they wanted to know about YouTube channels. So you know what? I think I have that one right here. So give me a second. I think I found it. I'm going to pull it up once I find it. Don't be scared of that NCLEX, y'all. Don't be scared of it. Let me find. Here we go. So, of course, the first YouTube channel, mine, The Boot Nurse. Go over there. Sign up for it. trying to put more stuff out there, trying to get more followers, trying to get all that love, trying to spread all that nursing love. All right. Got nursing.com. They're a good one. Of course, Level Up RN. There's another one that's out there. It's called Osmosis. Love their channel. And they give really good in-depth type of content. Registered Nurse RN. Hey, shout out to Nurse Sarah. I always talk about Nurse Sarah for sure. Simple Nursing. I love Nurse Mike's Simple Nursing YouTube channel. He gives it has such a wealth of just content that's on there. I love every bit of it. Of course, Picmonic. If you guys ever go on Picmonic, you guys may find me on like 3 videos. So Picmonic is actually really good when it comes to nursing videos and nursing content. They also do content for other types of professions like doctors, PAs, pharmacists, and so on. Khan Academy, which is good if you are trying to do your prereqs. I loved Khan Academy when I was doing anatomy and physiology. It was awesome. It was awesome. Ninja Nerds. So it's like youtube.com/Ninja Nerd Science. Good stuff. I talked about osmosis already. MedCram, which is good for farm. I loved it. Nursing Camp with a K. Nursing Camp with a K. Their videos are really, really good too. You have Tony PharmD, just like the name says. PharmD talks a lot about pharmacology. And then you have Nursing SOS. You can talk about that as well. Nexus, yep. Nexus actually was down here on my list as well. It was actually like 3rd from the bottom or 2nd from the bottom. Nursing SOS, Zero to Finals. That's another one. Zero, like spell out zero. So ZERO to Finals. The Amoeba Sisters, which is good. Crash Course Anatomy and Physiology. Especially for anatomy and physiology. Like their videos are really, really good. Nexus Nursing, right? So shout out to you for putting that on here. And then another girl I collab with, her name is Kristen Marie. So you could actually find her on YouTube by typing in Kristen Waldorf. So it's WALDORF. And she has a really big thing. Like she created her own pharmacology cards, and they're pretty awesome. Like to help you remember your farm. And remember, the NCLEX is made up of 8 different categories. The top 3: management of care, pharmacology, physiological adaptation. Pharmacology, I believe, well, I'll just read it to you. Pharmacology is 18%, 12 to 18% of that entire exam. Management of care, 17 to 23%. And physiological adaptation is 11 to 17%. If I did my math right, that's 44 to 49% of that entire exam, right? If you can conquer those 3, I think you'll be well on your way to doing well on NCLEX. And then, of course, Mark Klemick. I love Mark Klemick's videos. He's actually like a driving force for like men in nursing, but also just does a very great job of making things super easy to understand when you're trying to take NCLEX. He also has a review as well. It's Klemick Reviews. I think they started doing face-to-face stuff now, but you also can do his, you also can do Mark Klemick's online NCLEX review. I think it's like 3 days or something like that, but it's ran by like 4 different people. So he definitely was a saving grace for me in for the NCLEX, because I used Kaplan and I used Mark Klemick to help me conquer the NCLEX. So those are the YouTube videos. Those are all the YouTube videos that I tell people about. Every single one. So if you missed this, I will put it up on YouTube. It'll be up there eventually. So that way you'll be able to go back and you'll be able to reference it. So anybody got any other questions before I get off this live? I need to start doing these lives at like 5 where everybody's on here. I think I got the best traffic when I had people up on here. I appreciate y'all smashing the like button. I got 2,000 likes, so who am I to complain about the fact that I had people that was up in here that really like being in here? So, like I said, I really got nothing too much else to pass right now, unless y'all just want to sit here and watch me breathe, which people do that on TikTok, which is weird. So, but yeah, like I said, my name is Kevin. I'm a nurse. I'm an NCLEX coach, military guy. We're talking about the new generation NCLEX. whatever you guys want to talk about in regards to nursing. I appreciate you guys coming through. Make sure you guys check out thebootnurse.com. It's going through a facelift, but as of right now, I do coaching. So make sure you guys go over there and check that out, or let somebody else know if they need it, that is available to them. Better get it while it's there, because it's not going to be there for long. It's going away. But I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their night. And wherever you are in your journey, remember, doesn't matter if it's nursing school, doesn't matter if it's NCLEX, doesn't matter about anything. And if you want to get there, it first starts with you. So you got to put in that work, because you're the one who's walking this line to get through this journey. So I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I'll catch y'all in the next live, which will be on Friday at 7 o'clock. So catch you later.